I wish to ask questions on another matter.
This
To
is also
AMLAC.
for Senator Trillanes.
For AMLAC po.
For AMLA. AMLC,
Executive Director,
Yes, ma'am.
dun po sa mga submissions nyo sa committee, meron ho ba kayong sinubmit na document na confidential information sharing?
Sorry.
The confidential information sharing?
Yes, Madam Chair, there is. It's the one flashed earlier.
The confidential information sharing. Ito ho ba yung the document consisting of 15 pages
That is correct, Madam Chair.
and that the subjects of this confidential information sharing are subject number 1, Sara Zimmerman Duterte, and subject number 2, Attorney Manasseh Reyes Carpio.
That is correct, Madam Chair.
Can we ask you, Mr. Executive Director, to read
please
for
speak
us?
closer to the microphone, Kong.
Can we ask you po to read for us paragraph 14 of that confidential information sharing under the caption derogatory records involving subject number 1, Sara Zimmerman Duterte? Can you please read for the record?
So based on records, derogatory records, number 14, VP Sara was the subject of suspicion in 27 confidential reports submitted by covered persons on 2 August 2024 to 29 January 2026, citing suspected activities involving drug trafficking and related offenses, graft and corrupt practices, and malversation of public funds and property. Drug trafficking and related offenses, so triggered in connection with the House Quad Committee hearing on former President Rodrigo Duterte's war on drugs, as well as by news reports alleging the involvement of VP Sara's husband in the 6.4 billion shabu importation in 2017. Graft and corrupt practices / malversation of public funds, there are in relation to news articles related to the impeachment case filed against VP Sara in 2025, as well as alleged misuse of confidential / intelligence funds.
Pwede po bang ma-flash din po yan sa screen?
Do we know what particular page is this?
Paragraph 14,
Page 6, Madam
page
Chair.
6 of 15.
Paragraph
14.
14,
Page
page
six.
6.
Yan po. Medyo hindi ho masyadong mabilis ho kasi masyado yung pagkakabasa kanina ni Executive Director. So I deemed it proper na ipakita po dyan. So that's derogatory records. At merong sinasabing suspected activities involving drug trafficking and related offenses, graft and corrupt practices, and malversation of public funds and property. So can we say that this is actually a product of the financial investigation? Pag nakalagay po, pag meron po kayong ganitong confidential information sharing, galing po saan ito?
This one is reported by the banks, by the covered persons, Madam Chair.
By the covered
by the
bank
covered
or banking
persons.
institution as reported to you?
Yes,
As
yes,
reported to
Madam Chair.
AMLC?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Can we also ask you to read for the record and also to be flashed on the screen, Madam Chair? Paragraph 36, page 15, or the last page of this document.
Paragraph 36, page 15.
Can we ask the Honorable Executive Director to also read for the record as it is flashed on the screen?
Derogatory records 36. Attorney Carpio was the subject of suspicion in 17 confidential reports submitted by covered persons on 14 September 2017 to 25 April 2025, citing suspected activities involving drug trafficking and related offenses and malversation of public funds and property. For drug trafficking and related offenses, triggered in connection with the news report on alleged involvement in the 6.4 billion shabu importation in 2017. malversation of public funds triggered by news articles in relation to his wife, VP Sara, alleged misuse of confidential/intelligence funds.
So, pinapakita po nito na meron pala kayo talagang nakuha o nailagay, na-report na derogatory records involving the two subjects of your confidential information sharing.
Based on records, yes, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you. Is AMLA ready to answer the questions regarding transaction subject of confirmation? Whether or not the same appear in the AMLC report submitted to this committee. Are you ready? If you need more time, then we may proceed to other resource persons.
So
Are you ready?
we are ready partially, Madam Chair, so we can at least.
Okay. Please mention first the amount
The
and
annex.
then whether it's part or not of your report.
Okay, for Annex H, Madam Chair, so to clarify, I am not confirming the report provided by, mentioned earlier because I am not privy whatever the source of that report. What I'm telling is there is a movement of funds on this particular date as reported to us, which is based on the covered transaction or suspicious transaction.
Can we flash again Annex? Is that Annex H?
Annex H, Madam
Annex
Chair.
H. To be responsive to the request of the Honorable De Lima, can you at least say whether that transaction is part of the report of AMLC? Kasama po ba itong transaction na ito sa report ng AMLC na sinumite dito sa Justice Committee?
Madam Chair, given that we are only given limited information, I cannot confirm, for example, what's the nature of the transfer, where is the addressee, and all. So what we can
We are
only-
not inquiring as to the nature of the transfer, just
No.
whether or not that amount appears as well in the report of the AMLC.
I can confirm, Madam Chair, if there is a movement of funds on that same date with the same amount involving the same
That
account.
will
Will
be
fine?
enough.
Yes.
Okay.
That will
does
be enough.
Okay. So for
Madam Chair, to be clarified, no, when you say, pag sinabi po ninyong movement, ibig sabihin, may deposito?
there's
Tama
a
po ba?
transaction. There's a
From
transaction.
From one transaction to another.
Yes, Madam
So, ibig
Chair.
sabihin, may deposito na ganitong amount sa isang bangko, pumasok sa isang bangko. Tama po ba?
We'll have to verify if it is a fund transfer or fund out or deposit.
Nonetheless, please limit your answer to what appears already
Okay.
in the report.
Okay.
So, for the guidance of the members, I think that will be enough response to the query of the Honorable De Lima, that on such date, there is similar transaction appearing in the AMLC report.
Yeah.
Let us be consistent to the nature of our proceeding, that we are merely determining the existence of probable cause.
Thank you, Madam Chair.
Next,
So-
please.
For Annex H, can we show again?
Annex H, please flash.
So for December 9, 2014, on our records, based on our records, there is a transaction amounting to 16,852,832.94.
Confirm, Madam Chair.
So similar transaction appear in the AMLC report.
Yes, Madam Chair.
Next.
For March 28, 2014, there is a transaction amounting to 41,721,035 pesos, 0.62.
In other words, it's confirmed. Similar transaction appear in the AMLC report. Next.
For For May 19, 2010, there is a transaction that we saw in the amount of 2,001,000 pesos 563.86.
Confirm similar transaction appear in the AMLC report.
On February 4, 2010, there is a transaction amounting to 10,374,307.49.
Confirmed again, similar transaction appear in the report.
Can we get the last in Annex H? The last one we were unable, in page 10, we were unable to capture.
Kindly state the last transaction in Annex H, Honorable De Lima.
10,374,370
We have confirmed that
307.49 at page 12.
in page 10, Madam Chair,
Page 10.
the transaction in page 10. Wala.
Page 10, that's March 3, 2011,
Alright.
in
So,
the amount of 1,750,617.84.
so we inform that there is a transaction on our records dated March 3, 2011 in the amount of 1,750,617.84.
Confirmed.
Confirm similar transaction appear in AMLC report.
Then for can we ask the last one, the one involving 1 million pesos, the particular date, Madam Chair?
Meron ba? Page 9, 1 million. Dated March 28, 2011. Ay, 1 million? Yes. March 28, 2011.
Okay. We confirm, rather, we inform that there is a transaction in the amount of 1 million on March 28, 2011.
Confirmed as well, similar transaction appear in the AMLC report. That's a total of how many transactions, Honorable De Lima?
It's supposed to be 5.
Total
Maybe
of 5 transactions for Annex H, all confirmed by the AMLC. Similar transactions appear in the AMLC report. Are you ready for the next annex?
Yes, Annex I.
Annex I.
That's the one from Samuel Uy, Sami Uy.
Please flash Annex I.
We inform that based on our records, there is a transaction in the amount of 7,440,846.07 on March 17, 2011.
Confirmed.
For the first transaction, confirm. Similar transaction appear in the AMLC report.
We inform that on October 25, 2011, there is a transaction in the amount of 7,440,846.07.
Likewise, confirm for the second transaction. Similar transaction appear in AMLC report. Third,
On April 24, 2012, we inform that there's a transaction in the amount of 7,440,846.07.
the third transaction is likewise confirmed. Similar transaction appear in the AMLC report. So this total of 3 transactions appearing in Annex I with the title Sami Uy Payouts to Sara Duterte and Family. All of this were confirmed by the AMLC that similar transactions appear in their report.
Madam Chair, Point of clarification.
Honorable DS JJ Suarez.
Tama po ba ang pagkaunawa ko na ito pong kinukumpirma ng AMLC ay yung mga lumabas sa sinumpaang salaysay ng ating dating Senador Sonny Trillanes?
That is correct.
So ito po yung mga ilan sa mga bank records na binabanggit. Ngayon po, at nakakailang banggit na po tayo na lumalabas ay tama.
At least similar transactions exist in
Randomly
the
selected.
AMLC report.
These are randomly selected
Yes.
entries. or
Transactions were randomly selected by the Honorable De Lima, and she requested the confirmation of the AMLC whether or not similar transactions appear. And so far, 8 transactions have been confirmed already by the AMLC.
Maraming salamat po,
8
Madam
out
Chair,
of
for the
8.
clarification.
Are you ready to continue, AMLC?
Yes, Madam Chair.
Okay,
for
what annex is that?
Annex B.
Please flash Annex B. First transaction.
So we inform that there is a similar transaction based on our records on June 11, 2015 in the amount of 2,450,000 pesos.
Confirm, similar transaction appear in the AMLC report. Next.
We inform that on December 6, 2013, there is a transaction in the amount of 2,987,542.24.
Confirmed as well, similar transaction appear in the report.
We confirm that on January 31, 2012, there is a transaction in the amount of 2,926,594.60.
Confirmed again, similar transaction appear.
We inform that on May 19, 2010, there is a transaction in the amount of 2,001,563.86 pesos. Centavos.
Third transaction is confirmed.
And we inform that there is a transaction on May 14, 2008 in the amount of 2,114,168.43.
Confirmed again, appearing in the report.
So that's the fifth one po, Madam Chair.
That's
So
the
the
fifth.
last for,
So
Annex
far we
B.
have 13 out of 13 transactions randomly selected by the Honorable De Lima, but confirmed to be existing at least as similar transactions in the AMLC report. Ready to continue, AMLC?
Madam Chair, may we ask the the Congressman De Lima if we can get again the accounts in Annex A? We were not able to jot down.
Annex A.
yes po. These are also 5 transactions. Number 9, page 1 of Annex A. 55,131,747.32, March 28, 2014. Got it po? The second one po, number 16, page 1, 41,721,035.62, October 7, 2013. Third, randomly selected entry at page 3, number 44, page 3, amount of 53,817,613.48, February 25, 2010. Fourth, At page 4, number 60, amount of 52,485,191.85, April 14, 2009. And the fifth one, also at page 4, number 64, 49,281,009.98, May 22, 2007. 5 randomly selected entries from Annex A, joint account of Rodrigo Duterte and Sara Duterte.
Do you need more time? Ready to answer?
Yes, Madam Chair.
You may proceed.
We confirm that for all the dates and amounts mentioned, there are similar transactions existing in the AMLC report.
Okay. What annex is this again?
Annex
Annex
A.
So 5 out of 5 transactions randomly selected by Honorable De Lima from Annex A is confirmed by the AMLC, at least that similar transactions appear in their report. Are there any other subject of confirmations? No more.
Marami po kasi ito, that's why I just randomly selected 5 from each of the annexes.
So in total, how many transactions have been confirmed?
There are 4 annexes, so 5 times 4, 20,
Plus 3.
plus 3.
So
No,
total of 23 transactions were subject matter of request for confirmation.
Kasama na po doon yung 3, yung sa
Yes.
Sami Uy. So 20.
23 out
20.
of 23.
Oh, 18.
18.
Sorry po,
We just
18, because Annex A, Annex B, Annex H, and Annex I. So 4, 3 times 5, 1 is only 3. So 18.
Do you confirm that? Total of 18 transactions?
We informed earlier that there are 18 transactions mentioned that
Okay.
that one we mentioned are existing in our report.
So
based on
for
our
the
report
record, 18 out of 18 transactions randomly selected from the annexes of Sinumpang Salaysay of Honorable Trillanes were confirmed by the AMLC, at least to the extent that similar transactions appear in their report. That is for the record. Honorable De Lima, do you have further clarificatory questions?
Just a manifestation, Madam Chair. So nakita po natin na na-confirm po ng AMLAC yung mga entries na randomly selected from the annexes. At gusto ko ring i-put on record po, Madam Chair, na actually marami po ito. But that's it, because of lack of time, I just opted to ask for 5 from the 3 annexes and 3 from the other annex. Pero marami po. Sa Annex A po, there are a total of 71 entries. Annex B, Annex A, by the way, is Rodrigo Duterte, Sara Duterte bank transactions. Annex B, which is the Sara Duterte Manscarpio bank transactions, a total of 47. Annex H, the master list, the data, the main record, the master, the table of all already of the accounts here would be a total of, wala ho palang nakalagay na mga number kung ilan lahat, but this is medyo numerous po ito. And sa Annex A ho, as Annex I, which is the Samuel Sami Uy payout sa Sara Duterte and family, there are a total of 20. entries. So marami po sila na mga transactions. So that is all for me, because this is just a clarificatory questions. I just wanted that, those clarified, particularly the confirmation. Very significant po yung pag-confirm nung lahat na randomly selected na entries.
Thank you, Honorable De Lima. Any other member who wishes to raise clarificatory questions? The Honorable Abante and then the Honorable Sendanya.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Senator Trillanes,
Closer to the microphone, please.
nabasa ko po yung salaysay ninyo at nahilo ho ako sa dami ng zero sa mga halagang binabanggit ninyo. Kaya gusto ko pong linawin natin para sa kaalaman ng mga ordinaryong Pilipino na napakarami po ang nakikinig at nanonood po ngayon. No? Mr. Senator, binanggit po ninyo sa paragraph 23 at 24 na si Vice President Sara Duterte at ang kanyang pamilya ay tumanggap ng daang-daang milyong piso mula kay Samuel Sami Uy. Tama ho ito, hindi ho ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
O, naniniwala din po kayo na ito pong mga milyong-milyong pisong ito dahil lang po sa ang nagbigay po niya na isa Sami Uy, galing po yan sa droga.
That part of the affidavit of the Honorable Trillanes?
Yes.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay, you may proceed.
Yes, Your Honor.
Okay. Nakalagay po dito sa number 35 ng inyong salaysay, ang mga transaksyong pinansyal ni Sara Duterte at ng mga malapit na miyembro ng kanyang pamilya na nag-uugnay sa kanya kay Sami Uy at sa mga tinukoy na personalidad na sangkot sa droga o drug personalities ay lubhang nakababahala. Hindi lamang dahil ito ay malinaw na paglabag sa konstitusyon at sa iba't ibang batas ng bansa, kundi malinaw din itong naglalagay ng malalim na pagdududa sa kanyang personal na integridad at kakayahan o moral capacity upang patuloy na magsilbi bilang pangalawang Pangulo ng Pilipinas. Ito po ay nabanggit po ninyo na malinaw.
Yes, Your Honor.
Oo. Now, ang sabi rin po dito, sinabi rin po ninyo na may mga payouts, nakalagay, na pumasok po sa bank account ni VP Sara na nagkakahalaga ng mahigit 22 million mula kay Sami Uy. Tama ho ba yun?
Yes, Your Honor. At ito lang po yung nakita namin na nakapangalan sa kanya na manager's checks. Pero pag titignan po natin doon sa Annex A na isinumite, yung mga pumasok po na malalaking mga deposito ay tumutugma din dito sa March or April tapos October. So, ang conclusion ko po dito ay nung una cheque ang ibinibigay, pero kinalaunan mga bank transfers na. Kaya yun po ang personal conclusion ko based dun sa mga movements na nakita namin sa bangko. Pero ito po maliwanag kasi manager's check po ito na nakapangalan po sa kanila, mga miyembro ng pamilya.
Ito po naman, Madam Chair, Senator, no? Hindi lamang droga, kundi nabanggit po ninyo sa number 25, si Sami Uy ay isang kilalang political contributor ni Rodrigo Duterte at kilalang kasama o kasosyo ni Michael Yang, ang dating economic advisor ni Duterte na siya namang iniugnay sa mga kontrobersya ng family at pogo. Gayon din sa bilyong-bilyong halaga ng mga illegal na droga na nakumpiska sa isang bodega sa Pogo Compound sa Porac, Pampanga. Ito po yung nasabi nyo, di ba?
Yes, Your Honor.
Therefore, pinapaniwalaan nyo rin po ba na hindi lang droga, kundi Pogo rin?
I believe so, Your Honor, kasi nag-diversify yung kanilang partnership nung COVID, nung malaking kinikita dun sa COVID, pati yung COVID, pinagkakitaan nila through the family. Tapos nung yung Pogo, windfall din yung pasok, nag-diversify din yung grupo nila, Sammy Uy, Michael Yang, sa Pogo rin po, Your Honor.
Gusto ko pong, Madam Chair, gusto ko pong tanungin ang AMLAC kung meron silang mga record sapagkat nabanggit po ni Senator Llanes lahat ng mga bangko dito eh. So I would like to find out, maaaring paulit-ulit po ang mga katanungang ito, pero ito po yung napakahalagang malaman ng taong bayan. I'd like to find out from AMLAC kung natanggap po nila lahat ang mga bank records na ito na binanggit po ni Senator Trillanes.
Honorable Abante, please be reminded that the subject matter of our subpoena for AMLA are not bank records, but AMLA report
Yeah.
on covered and suspicious transactions.
I stand corrected, Madam Chair. Pero yun po yung katanungan ko, baka mayroon pong covered o suspicious transaction dyan sapagkat napakalaki po ng halaga na sinabi ni Senator Trillanes na ibinigay po ni Sammy Uy at ibinangko. Gusto ko rin po malaman kung ito pong lahat ay nasa pangalan ni Vice President Sara.
That is a question for AMLC, Honorable Abante.
Unang-una po ay AMLC, yung mga bank transactions. Pangalawa po yung kay Senator Trillanes.
The answer of the AMLC should be limited to what appears only in the report.
Madam Chair, may I confirm whose transactions are we referring to? Because as part of the subpoena, we are only limited to disclose transactions of Vice President and her spouse. So for any other transactions, we are not, well, we don't have it with us, and we cannot even disclose it because it's not part of the subpoena, Madam Chair.
We defer to AMLC on that. The inquiries with the AMLC should be limited to the
Madam
subject
Chair.
matter of the subpoena.
I am not fully convinced with the answer of the AMLAC on this.
Yes, Honorable
I would
Abante,
like
but
to be very much convinced on this, Madam Chair, because it is a serious talk. This is an impeachment complaint, Madam Chair, and we're not trying to make the Vice President guilty, but we are establishing probable cause in all of these proceedings, Madam Chair.
can
So,
you make
gusto ko
your
lang
question
sabihin,
for
I'm just-
AMLC specific?
Yes, gusto ko lang sabihin na hindi ako masyadong kumbinsido sa binabanggit ng AMLAC ngayon. Yun lang po ang gusto sabihin. Okay. Pangalawa, yung pong tanong ko kanina kay Senator Trillanes.
Opo. So, ito pong, nung pinofile namin itong si Sammy Uy, talagang siya ang tagabigay. During the time ni Duterte, we have informants na nagsasabi na si Sammy Uy ang tagabigay talaga doon sa mga anak. Yung mga kinikita nila Michael Yang, so merong sosyo, may dividendo po. Yung bukod sa mga na-record sa banking system, meron din pong cash. So mabigat po yung naging partnership nila. Opo.
So habang, Madam Chair, habang pinapakinggan ko po ang naging presentation at testimony ni former Senator Trillanes, I think it is important to put on record na ang narinig natin ngayon na hindi lamang haka-haka o mere accusation na walang basihan. Nakita po natin lahat ang ating nalaman dito. May basihan lahat ng sinabi ng resource person ngayon At bilang isang miyembro ng committee, ang takeaway ko dito ay simple lang. These are matters that deserve verification. Ang mga inilalahad ngayon ay nangangailangan ng mataimtim na pagsusuri. Hindi naman po natin sinasabi dito na ito na ang final conclusion. Hindi pa po. Subalit may sapat na basihan para sabihin na kailangan pa itong suriin ng mas maigi. May I continue on with my manifestation, Madam Chair?
You may continue, Honorable Abante.
Gusto ko lang pong sabihin sa aking manifestation, bakit po kinakailangang sumipot ni Vice President Sara dito? Alam nyo, Madam Chair at my dear colleagues, ang hirap sa atin, kapag ordinaryong tao ang may kaso, arrested agad. Pero kapag bilyon na ang pinag-uusapan, biglang confidential o kaya ay busy sa trabaho. Iniwala po ako that when serious allegations are raised, Congress has only one responsibility: to act, to examine, to let the process move forward. Ako po, I am disappointed na wala ang ating Vice President. But I'm not surprised, Madam Chair. I'm not surprised. Pero mas maganda sana kung nandito siya sapagkat palagay ko nakikinig siya. Alam niya lahat ng pinag-uusapan dito. Oho. Now, the Vice President has shown a pattern. Matapang sa salita, pero umiiwas sa tanong. She is tough when speaking to media, when issuing statements, pero kapag haharap sa proseso, biglang nawawala. Madam Chair, this is not only about attendance. This is a preview of leadership. Sabihin ko ulit, a preview of leadership. Binanggit niya na gusto niya maging Pangulo ng Pilipinas. So, ibig sabihin, pag siya Pangulo ng Pilipinas, hayaan niya na pumunta lang sa media ang isang leader ng bansa upang sabihin ng mga bagay na ito kaysa siya ay humarap sa committee na siya nag-iimbestiga. A leader, Madam Chair, who avoids questions sends a dangerous message. That power is above accountability. Hindi pwedeng piliin lang kung kailang kasasagot. Public office demands transparency because, as the Constitution says, public office is a public trust, especially when the questions are quite serious. Now, we have seen this before. Toughness directed at those who cannot fight back. Remember the Sheriff Shipans. Matapang sa mga taong walang laban. Real leadership is tested when you face scrutiny, not when you avoid it. So batay po sa affidavit ni Senator Trillanes, Madam Chair, mahigit 111 million ang pumasok sa mga accounts ni VP Sara as of April 2016 pa lamang. May mga summary of deposits din na nagpapakita ng mahigit na 2.4 billion pesos na dumaloy sa account nila, silang dalawa, ni dating Pangulong Duterte. Now, this is not political harassment. Madam Vice President, hindi po ito chismis. Ito ay mga bank records na sinasabing similar sa hawak ng AMLC. Kapag mali ang computation ng Senator Trillanes, sana pumunta po kayo rito, Madam Vice President, upang i-correct niyo kami. The simple life image, Madam Chair, sinasabi ninyo, Madam Vice President, na simple lamang ang buhay nyo. Pero ang dami nyong abogado. Oh. Pero paano naging simple ang buhay kung may daang-daang milyong pisong payout mula sa isang tao na iniuugnay sa droga at sa pogo? Transparency is a must, Madam Chair. Ang sabi nga po, na sinabi ko na nung una kong manifestation dito, 2 konstitusyon na pinapaniwalaan ko. Ang Konstitusyon ng Republika ng Pilipinas at ang Biblical Constitution na ang sabi, the truth shall set you free. Pero sa Kongreso, ang truth ay makikita lamang kung sasagot ka sa tanong. Oo. You are the second official of this land. Hindi pwedeng sa video ka lamang sumasagot habang kami rito ay naghahanap ng katotohanan. Madam Chairwoman, it is high time for Vice President Sara to face these allegations of ill-gotten and hidden wealth. Ill-gotten and hidden wealth. Ayaw kong maniwala sana rito. But if the Vice President will appear here and explain all of these allegations, then we will be able to find out the real truth of the matter. Show us your SALN. Explain the Sami Uy checks. And prove to the Filipino people na ang yaman ninyo, Madam President, Madam Vice President, ay galing sa pawis, hindi sa payout. Huwag po tayong magtago sa sayaw ng tinatawag nating confidentiality. Yan lamang po ang aking manifestation, Madam Chair. Salamat.
The committee notes the manifestation of the Honorable
Chair.
Abante.
If
Honorable,
I may be acknowledged after Kong Percy.
Honorable Sendanya and then Honorable Mika Gonzalez.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Madam Chair. Good afternoon. Nasa siguro 8 oras na yata tayo ng conversation today. Pero sigurado po ako marami sa ating mga
And
kababayan.
we have 2 more resource persons.
Yes, Madam Chair, we'll keep it brief. Magandang hapon po, Senator Trillanes.
Magandang hapon, Your Honor.
Dito po sa sa Annex A, sa inyo pong sinupang salaysay, nandito po yung BPI Julia Vargas branch sa Ortigas. Ito po ba yung may confirmed na transaction dated February 25, 2010, similar to the transaction made by Sami Uy to Sara Duterte and former President Rodrigo Duterte?
I will check on that. Yung kay Sami Uy kasi account po niya yun na binigay niya na in-encash na manager's checks nila Sara Duterte and the other family members. Pero yung sa Julia Vargas, ito yung main account na joint ni Sara Duterte and ni Rodrigo Duterte, Your Honor.
Maraming salamat po, Madam Chair, Mr. Senator. Kahapon po kasi nabanggit ko kanina, nag-deposit po ako sa account na ito ng 448 pesos. So we'd like to request the Secretariat to kindly share and show to Senator Trillanes the deposit slip for him to confirm if this is the said joint account ni VP Sara Duterte and former President Rodrigo Duterte.
Comsec, please approach Honorable Sendanya. You will be showing the deposit slip to Senator Trillanes for his confirmation whether the accounts are the same.
The deposit was made yesterday, April 21, 2026, and the amount was 448 pesos.
Yes, I confirm, Your Honor, na this is the same account of the Sara and Rodrigo Duterte.
Would you like to submit the deposit slip to the committee to form part of the records of our proceeding?
Would like to submit the said deposit slip to the committee as part of the proceeding for today.
COMSEC kindly receive the deposit slip.
Madam Chair, Mr. Senator, can you confirm kung dito po ba sa BPI Julia Vargas na account na ito pumapasok? Ito pong drug money ni na VP Sara at former President Rodrigo Duterte.
Ito po ang main account na nakita ko na pinagdadaluyan ng malalaking mga deposito. So yan po ang aming conclusion, Your Honor. So initially, from 2011 to 2013, noong mga panahon na yun, every 6 months, cheque ang ini-issue ni Sammy Uy sa bawat miyembro ng pamilya. But at some point, nag-shift sila doon na lang sa inter-branch transfers, Your Honor. So, pero makikita nyo pa rin, the same dates and months nagpapasok po ng pera, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr. Senator. Madam Chair, for the record po, Mr. Senator, kung atin pong susumahin, magkano po kaya yung pumasok na pera mula po dito kay Sammy Uy at doon pa sa ibang mga sources pagdating po sa usapin ng drug money? Ano pong estimate natin? Or kung may total po ba kayo, kung i-add natin ito?
Is it part of your affidavit, Senator Trillanes, the total amount?
Yes, the total amount with the checks, 181 million, Your Honor. Pero yung sa main account, yun yung 2.4 billion pesos. Kung ang conclusion ko personally is dito pumapasok yung Sammy Uy dividends. So that's the whole thing, Your Honor. But that is my conclusion, Your Honor.
Again, Madam Chair, Mr. Senator, magkano po uli?
Bali 2.4 billion pesos yung pumasok sa mga accounts ni Sara Duterte and Digong Duterte, Your Honor.
2.4 billion
Billion
pesos.
pesos.
Madam Chair, just a very brief manifestation to cap this questioning. Sa impeachment hearing na ito, ang dami pa rin naiwan na tanong ng taong bayan. Marami pong nasagot mula kanina umaga hanggang ngayong hapon, pero mas marami po yung malalalim na tanong. Gaya ng, kung nagbigay ang isang alleged drug lord ng 100 milyong piso o pwedeng bilyong piso pa sa mga Duterte, ano po kaya ang kapalit? Again, kung sila ay tumanggap ng milyon o bilyong piso mula sa isang drug lord, ano po kaya ang kapalit? Pero po, itong tanong na ito, we can answer at patuloy natin sasagutin in the future. Pero ang sigurado ho tayo ngayon, ito ang sure tayo, walang nag-reflect na bilyong-bilyong piso sa SALN ni VP Sara. With this sworn testimony and AMLC's report, sana sapat na ho ang batayan ng House of Representatives. Sapat na. We have already established enough probable cause in this impeachment case against the Vice President. Dapat po sagutin ito ni VP Sara sa Senado at dapat po siyang managot sa taong bayan. Thank you very much, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable Sendanya. Now we recognize the Honorable Mika Gonzalez.
Thank you, Madam Chair. So given that we have 2 more resource persons, I will just make my questions very brief. No, I would like to address my question to former Senator Trillanes. No, Senator Trillanes, nag-file po ba kayo ng complaint laban kay VP Sara before the Office of the Ombudsman?
Yes, Your Honor. Nag-file kami last January and it's part of the annexes na isinubmit po namin sa Committee Secretary, Your Honor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Pangalawang tanong po, ano po yung relasyon ng salaysay ninyo ngayon versus po dun sa final yung complaint sa ombudsman?
Ang paniniwala ko po kasi, ang impeachment is basically administrative in nature. So ang penalty niya is only removal from office. Pero yung final namin po na criminal complaint, ito po may penalty ng pagkakulong. Although yan po ay magiging desisyon ng ombudsman kung ipopursue niya yung investigation at kung matuloy po yung conviction dito sa impeachment case, Your Honor, ay pwede nang isampa yon sa Sandigan Bayan pagka natapos na po yung investigasyon po doon. So, kwan po siya, it can go hand in hand, Your Honor.
Thank you, Madam Chair. Last question na po. Gusto ko lang po itanong sa ating resource person na Senator Trillanes. Pareho lang po ba yung ebidensya na sinabmit po ninyo sa Ombudsman doon po sa annexes ng iyong affidavit na pinasa po dito sa House?
Hindi po. Kasi doon po sa final namin sa Ombudsman, may graft cases yun, graft and plunder cases. So ibang body of evidence po ang sinumiti namin. Pero galing din po karamihan dito doon sa investigasyon ng Quadcom at ng Committee on Good Government po ng House of Representatives. So yon iba po ang focus noon. Dito po itong ang naging primary role is yung sa ill-gotten wealth at yung involvement nila sa illegal drugs, Your Honor.
That will be all. Thank you, Madam Chair.
Thank you, Honorable
sir.
Gonzales.
Salamat po, Your Honor.
I think we have raised more than enough clarificatory questions to our resource person, former Senator Sonny Trillanes. But before we excuse him, may we direct the COMSEC to call the Vice President again.
Thank you, Madam Chair. May we know if the respondent, Vice President Sara C. Duterte, is present? The respondent is not present today, Madam Chair.
Let it be placed on record that the COMSEC call again the Vice President. That is for the purpose of the committee to be able to cater the opportunity to present her evidence, including counter evidence, including as well raising clarificatory questions to resource person, former Senator Sonny Trillanes. But of course, that should be done through the justice members. That is for the record. With that, with the indulgence of the justice members, we are now excusing former Senator Sonny Trillanes. Maraming salamat po for dedicating your time in this committee. May we know from the justice members if you have additional clarificatory questions for the Ombudsman? They've been here since this morning. No more? With the indulgence of the members, we will be excusing the representatives from the Ombudsman. Maraming salamat po for spending so much of your time to the Justice Committee.
On behalf of Ombudsman Remulla, thank you so much for your honors.
Before you leave, Ombudsman representative, there's additional question from DS JJ Suarez.
Yeah, thank you, ma'am. I just want to take this opportunity to thank the Ombudsman. I just wanted to find out, last week kasi nagkaroon kami ng hearing at doon sinabi ng COA na lumabas na yung desisyon nila na dininay po nila yung motion for reconsideration or appeal ng VP regarding confidential funds. So therefore, pinasasaoli po nila yung pera doon sa mga individual kasama na po yung Vice President. Ano na po bang naging action ng Ombudsman's Office doon?
Your Honor, we're only here to testify about the existence of the silence of the Vice President.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much.
With all due respect.
Sorry, ma'am. Probing.
Okay. Any more question for the Ombudsman? Because if there's none, we will be excusing them. Okay? So silence means yes, the Ombudsman is excused. I saw E.D. Buenaventura also making gesture to be excused. May we know from the members if you have other clarificatory questions for the AMLC? No more. So the AMLC is likewise excused. Maraming salamat po, Ombudsman and the AMLC, for spending so much of your time dito po sa Justice Committee. We shall now proceed to our next resource person. Our next resource person is the SEC. The floor is now open for clarificatory questions to the Securities and Exchange Commission.
Madam Chair. Madam Chair.
The Honorable Ridon is recognized.
Okay, ngayon naman po pag-usapan ho natin yung mga kumpanya po na nailista ni Vice President Sara Duterte sa kanya pong 2024 SALN at iba pa. Ito po kasi yung paliwanag nung pong mga supporters ng pangalawang Pangulo na nagmumula daw po yung pong bulto ng ibang kita ng mag-asawang Duterte Carpio mula daw po sa mga iba pang mga negosyo labas sa kita sa sweldo mula po sa pamahalaan. So, sa SEC po, dala po ba yung mga certified true copies ng mga hinihingi pong dokumento, yung po mga GIS at AFS?
Magandang hapon po, Madam Chair and a member of the committee.
Kindly speak closer to the microphone, sir.
Naisumite na po namin sa committee ito yung mga dokumentong hinihingi ayon po sa subpina na pinadala sa amin. Ito po ay tinanggap noong
We note the manifestation of the SEC.
April 14 po. Yung mga dokumento po para sa kumpanyang Metro City Chow Foods, City Hall King Chow Foods Corporation, GenCorp Industries Incorporated, Carpio Lawyers, partnership po ito. Then nagsabit po kami ng Certificate of Non-Registration po nung tinatawag na 888 Bistro. Nagpadala rin po kami ng dokumento para sa Cal 888 Foods Corporation, para po sa Madayo Fisheries Corporation, Mati City Ice Plant and Cold Storage Incorporated, Amianan Shores, Geometry Security and Investigation Agency, at yung pong Cable Tow, 88 Shipping and Marine Services po. Nagpadala po kami.
Sige po, isa-isahin po natin yung mga kumpanya, pero una muna, tumutok po tayo dito sa GenCorp Industries Inc. Can we flash to the screen po yung pong mga financial statements ng GenCorp Industries? Yung relevance po nitong pagtatanong on GenCorp Industries, firstly ay ito po ay nakalista sa 2024 SALN po ng pangalawang Pangulo at ang pagkakalista po sa kanya doon ay bilang stockholder. So, can we flash po the GIS of GenCorp Industries first before proceeding to the financial statements po? Okay, can we go to the GIS where the part in the GIS where the stockholder list is stated there? Sige po, can we scroll to where the GIS is, please?
Please flash the general information sheet showing the board of directors,
Ano, the stockholder list po.
the stockholders.
This is, I think, in page. Are we looking at the PDF of the submission po?